Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Esso, and today we're going to be taking a look at Adobe Premiere Pro editing software, and we're using the CC 2021 version. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching my video, and please like my video, subscribe to my channel, share, and always remember to hit the notification bell so you can get notified in our next video upload. Thank you very much. Right now, let's get started. We are looking at Adobe Premiere Pro interface. Yes, so when you click on your Adobe Premiere Pro, this is how it comes up. Adobe Premiere Pro is actually a top-notch editing software that is used by both professionals and non-professionals all over the world. All right, so this dialog box will just pop up. Then all you have to do is just to come here and cancel that, and then go to File, say New, Project. Then this dialog box will appear. What you have to do here is to create a name for your project. Let's say tutorial. Tutorial. You can say today. So let's quickly create a destination for that. You can just say browse. We just go to our desktop and just save it there. So it's saved to our desktop. Now, this is how the interface will appear. All right, so this is Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2021 version. This is how the interface will appear. Okay, always remember to leave it at editing. We have learning. If you click on the learning, this is how it will appear. Okay, if you click on assembly, this is how it will appear. If you click on editing, this is how it will look like. So I always like using the editing, so I would advise that you always use the editing. So, and I always like keeping stuff very clean. You can just come down here to project, take it and drop it here, right? So like I said earlier, we're looking at the interface of the software, Adobe Premiere Pro editing software, CC 2021. All right, so this side is called, the software is classified into 6 categories, which is the project panel, the source panel, the program panel, the timeline, the effect and control panel, and then the tools panel. Right, so let's start with the project panel. The project panel is a panel that carries all your elements, your footages that you will use for your editing, like your video, your picture, your audio. Everything that you're going to use comes here to stay on this panel. So let's import something. For example, if we're going to import these, for example, we open, allow it to import, so it comes here to stay. Okay, so you can even come here and change it to icon. So we change it to icon. It will now create this thumbnail, so you can have an idea of what the footages looks like. Okay, you can see this thumbnail here. This one shows that it is audio. These are videos. Okay, you can still go ahead and import a picture. So this is a picture footage, right? So that's that for the project panel. The project panel holds all your footages that you want to use for your editing. Now this panel is called the source panel. The source panel basically is for a preview, so you can drag your picture down here and just look at what your picture look like. You know, you can just see it, visualize it, how it looks like, or you can drag your audio and visualize it, how it looks like. Okay, like so. Then let's come down to this aspect. This aspect is called the timeline, and the timeline is where all your editing job is being done. Okay, let's say if I drag one of these video clip down here, and you can see the timeline is not activated yet. So, but we can do that when we just drag a video clip and drop it here on the timeline. So you can see that the timeline is being activated automatically. Okay, so you can see. And then the timeline is being classified into 2 categories. The upside from here like this up is actually video. From here down is audio. So take a note of that. All right. So this is the timeline, and timeline is where all your editing jobs are done. Now this panel, the project panel, is actually where you see what you are editing. You are doing all your cutting, animation and everything here. Then you are seeing it here. So project panel is where you are visualizing your end product. Okay, the end of everything, like your video, how it's going to appear on your screen, on your television set. Okay, so this panel is basically for that. Then let's jump to the tools panel. The tools panel, like we have this one here, selection tool, or the pick tool. I can just click it once. What that does is it enables me to move my footage here and there. I can just take a picture and drop it here. Okay, I can just take a picture and drop it here. Let's scale it too. All right, so you see, so I can move it side to side. I can move it up and down like so. Then another one, if I click down and hold this rate stretch tools, I can extend the time frame or the duration of that clip or of that picture. So that's what that tool is used for. Then another nice tool here is this razor blade. This razor tool, you can use it to cut. You can cut your video, you can cut your audio. So that's what that tool is used for. So let me just undo that process, right? So another vital tool here is this typing tool, this T here. So just hit it once and come down to your screen and sample it once, and then you can say to today's tutorial, right? So after doing that, you can come down to your source panel here, click on the effect control, then open the property of the text, and then scroll down a bit and then begin to format your text. Let's give it yellow. We're giving the font color yellow. Then this stroke color here, just check it, and then you can change the color to, let's say, red. And then you can go ahead and do more things like changing the font style. Okay, so if you have multiple nice fonts installed on your system, you could just go just type, if you know some of the names of your fonts, you could just type the name and then like so. You see, that's the features. You can just increase the line color of the red. You can reduce it and increase it like so. Okay, so that's the function of that tool. Then this panel is called the effect and control panel. Now, yeah, we have a lot of effects. Like when we come down to this place, we have the video transition effect. So I can just choose from the multiple transition effects that I have here. Okay, let's see how we can make use of that. I can just take it, drag it, and drop it at the edge of the footage here. You see how it looks like. Then you can drag it and drop it at the edge here. Drag it and drop it. Drag and drop like that. So let's do a playback and see what we have done. So see that beautiful transition there? You see. Okay, so you can just even render the preview. Hit the I key on your keyboard, come down to the end and hit your O key just to give it a render. Okay, so after the rendering is completed, we'll just do a playback to see what we have there, right? You can see how the transitions fly in and fly out. Okay, let's take a look at it again. So that's what you can do with the text there, right? Here we have the info. Let's say, for example, this whole clip that is here, I want to check the duration for this clip, this whole clip that is on my timeline here. I can just, highlight everything and come and see. You can see the duration is about 31 seconds, 6 frame. The first one here is, we have 0000 26.00.31.06. The first one is hour, the second one is minutes, the third one is seconds and frames. So we have 31 seconds 6 frame there. All right, so that's it about the interface of Adobe editing software, Adobe Premiere Pro editing software CC 2021 version. Okay, let me just summarize. I told you that this software is being categorized into six segments. We have the project panel. The project panel carries all your footages that you import that you want to use for your editing. Everything comes here to stay. Then the effect and control panel, the source panel. The source panel is where you can actually do your preview, like as I'm previewing this beautiful lady that is standing here on my screen. I can drag and drop an audio to preview. I can drag and drop, you know, video, just to have a preview of what's right. So basically for preview, and then you can come down to this place, make 1 or 2 adjustments and things like that. Then I told you that this panel here is the program panel, where you're going to see your program, the end product of what you are editing. Okay, whatever you are editing, this is where you are going to be visualizing it. All the activities on the timeline here, you're going to be, you know, visualizing it here. And here I told you, here is the timeline, and I told you that the timeline is being segmented or divided into 2. The upside is for video and the downside is for your audio, where, you know, the downside, you can add your soundtrack. I can actually bring soundtrack here like this and add it up. All right, you can add your soundtrack, you can add your theme song and stuff like that. And then the upside here is for your video, where you can add your picture, your text, like what we have here on the screen. And then I told you this is the tools panel, and the tools panel are those tools that you can use in achieving your editing. So thank you very much for watching my tutorial. Until I see you next time, always remember to click on the notification bell so you can always get notified in all our various video upload, and always like our videos and share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. My name remains SO.